Hey guys, I welcome you to my channel. This is Juhi from Blooming Bee. So, in today's video, I am going to show you a very rare orchid cactus which I brought from a local nursery. But before going to the plant and talking about that plant care tips, let me show you my indoor plants which I keep in my east facing and west facing windows. Here you can see varieties of indoor plants. Some are very rare and some are my new collections, but in my other videos I will show you that which plant I have purchased recently. But now you can see my different house plants. Most of the plants here you can see are succulent or cacti, and we all know that succulent and cacti does very well in bright and direct sunlight. If you are new to my channel, I really request you to please subscribe to my channel to know more about houseplants. If you want to know more about me and my houseplants which I have and what plant I have recently brought from the local nurseries, then you can follow me on the Instagram. I will give the link in the description box. As you know by the title, today we are going to talk about another easy house plant which is quite a rare orchid cactus. I purchased this plant from a local nursery. This plant cost me around 500 rupees. I know this plant is quite expensive in comparison of my other house plant. But since this plant is a quite rare house plant and it looks very different, that's why I purchased this plant. This plant is Epiphyllum curlilox. This is an example of a cactus and that uses its stem to capture more moisture and light from its leaves. You can see that this plant have curved stem which are the result of a mutation of a plant which is known as Epiphyllum guatemalensii. So, while showing you the plant, let's talk about how you can grow curlilox in your indoors. So the first thing which is very important is what kind of soil mixture you should use to grow this Epiphyllum cacti. Most of the Epiphyllum cacti are very easy to grow houseplant. The potting mixture is very important in case of this orchid cacti because these plants are overly dangerous if you overwater your plant. So you can use any kind of commercial potting soil, but make sure to mix 1 part of medium size of pumice or perlite. These plants love its soil to be moist all the time, but make sure that the soil mixture is very well drained. And before watering your plant, make sure that the top 1/3 part of the soil is dried out before watering. The second important thing is how you could water your houseplants, and especially this epiphytic curlilox. You can use your fingertips to check whether the soil mixture is dried out or not. But before each and every time you water your plant, make sure that 1/3 of the soil mixture is dried out totally. And this formula is applied to all your houseplants. The next thing is lighting. These plants are mostly grown in thick forest in the understoried and they are used to dapple sunlight. Just like any other house plant, they also need light, but they should be protected from any kind of direct sunlight and bright midday light. This plant will be happy if you give your plant morning sunlight. I keep this plant in my south facing window where all day long this plant gets bright but indirect sunlight, and in my case you can see that my plant is really very happy and it's growing new shoots. And if you have this plant and you find a spot where you see that your cactus is happy, then make sure that to leave that plant as it is and do not change the position of the plant. The next important thing is how you could fertilize your plant. Since this is growing season and most of the indoor plants are growing in this season, you can give fertilizer to your plant. You can give any kind of fertilizer. It could be organic fertilizer or chemical fertilizer. But in case of giving chemical fertilizer to your plant, make sure that to dilute the fertilizer before giving it to the plant. Use a 10-10-10 fertilizer and give this dilute fertilizer weekly to your plant. And in the season of February, especially for this plant, feed the plant with a 2-10-10 to promote the bloomings. The other thing that I found about this plant is this plant also blooms. The bloomings are mostly in pink and in white colors. So now you can see that my plant is not in bloom. That's all for today friends about this house plant care. And if you have this plant, please let me know that how you are taking care of this plant. And if you are looking for an hanging basket plant which looks very different in comparison of other house plant, then you can definitely grow this house plant. So friends, see you in my next videos. But before ending this video, I really request you to please like this video, share this video and kindly subscribe to my channel. Also, if you want to see more houseplant videos in Hindi language, then you can also follow my Juhi Ki Kali Hindi channel. The link of that channel is also given in the description box. Also, to know more about my houseplants, you can also follow me on the Instagram. And if you have any kind of queries regarding houseplant, make sure to comment in the comment section and let me know that whether you are liking my videos or not. Lots of love guys. Stay at home, stay safe. Bye.